All right, Shalom. This is Gamali Allen of Great Millstone, Atlanta. Want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, now this is a quick lesson. This is going to be entitled The Lazy Scrolling Demon. The Lazy Phone Scrolling Demon. The title kind of speaks for itself. You can imagine where I'm going with this lesson. Now, we've all caught ourselves basically, scrolling, basically stuck on your phone for hours at a time, and just scrolling, stuck on social media, YouTube, just sitting on your phone. You'll sit in bed and that's the first thing you do is just cut on, you turn over and grab your phone and start scrolling on TikTok and different things like that. Now, I just want to do a lesson because, really we got to break out of these habits, okay? Because that can be a very bad habit that will cause you to, be lazy and unproductive, and not get things done. Look at successful people. Look at all the successful people. They get up early. Look up the habits of successful people, millionaires and billionaires. They're not sitting on their They're not sitting on their phone, for long periods of time, unless it's to handle business, but, it requires discipline, and, like I said, see, Esau made these devices as a means for control, okay, as a means to keep you distracted, okay, and the more people he can keep distracted, number one, he makes more money by your distractions. All right, and number two, well, he just keeps you asleep. He keeps you from coming up on a level spiritually and financially. All right, so it's a limit. It's really a stronghold, okay, that he has on the masses. But people also have to. You can't blame you can't blame somebody who created it any more than you can blame yourself for using it. In other words, this devil created these phones and these apps to grab your attention. And I also did a lesson on that as well. I did a few lessons on that, going into addictions. I want to say I've actually done one with this same title, basically dealing with phone, dealing with being on your phone, but, the Spirit has me going back around again, because it's a very, like I said, it's a very, very strong demon, because, where do you go without your phone? You go everywhere with your phone. You're always with your phone. You always have your phone, and they made, back in the day before, you didn't have apps, well, it was, first of all, it was rare that anyone had phones. I'm talking about, in late 90s, mid to late 90s, early 2000s, people didn't really have phones, but the evolution of phones has been exponential. Okay, it's grown rapidly, to where, because before the only apps, you had games, you had the Nokias, you had, you play Snake, brothers that are a little bit older, you'll remember those certain games, but that's the only thing you really had. You had Snake and you had different, games and stuff. But now, okay, you can download apps. You can download an app for anything, okay, and get wrapped up into it. And these apps are designed, they're literally designed to keep you on it. Okay. So, without further ado, I don't want to talk too long, but I'll go ahead and get my first precept. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. And we always bring this precept out, you know what I'm saying? But it hits home every time, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, now, this can be applied to anything, because the wicked has many, many devices, okay, or evil plans. The wicked has many devices that he uses to control, okay, to control the masses and to deceive, all right? And it's not a cell phone or device, you know? It's a mechanism that the so-called white man, all right, uses to keep you low. Like I said, keep you distracted, keep you from waking up to who you are, keep you from, ultimately just being productive and doing great things, man. Yeah, but, we can't be ignorant. That's the point is, we can't be ignorant of his devices. So we know about these, so we shouldn't I'm talking about, now I'm addressing us and the truth. With us knowing that these devices are a distraction, we can't let that get an advantage of us. Okay? Don't let that, keep you from growing. All right? Because, and like I said, we've all been there, man. You wake up, it may be a rainy day or you're off of work and you'll just sit on your phone, or even you might just be chilling. You might be chilling with bros, but you'll just be on your phone, or in an Uber or on the bus or whatever, and you'll just chill on your phone. You know what I'm saying? You'll just be scrolling. All right. And you see it everywhere. As a matter of fact, there's a cartoon, I believe, it's almost like a political cartoon, but it's a video. And, it's a guy by the name of Steve Katz. And actually, I brought this up in the video that I did years back. But basically, it's a video of a young boy. I guess he's pretty much removed from the world, or he's basically or maybe he's from the past and he jumps into modern day world. But anyway, he's the only one not on his phone, and you could see everybody just glued to their phone. It's like millions of people. It depicts thousands. He's out there in Times Square or wherever, in a crowd of people, in crowds of people, and everyone's just glued to their phone. And that's what you see, man, everywhere. So that's Satan's devices, man. He's created an addiction to your palm. These devices, man. This is Romans 8:5, and on top of that, the creators of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and these different apps, these different app owners, they'll actually tell you straight out of their mouth that these apps and all these different things were specifically designed to keep you on there. Okay, for you to be addicted to it. All right, they were deliberately designed for you to stay on there. This is Romans 8:5. It says, For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Okay? So yeah, we got to be mindful. We got to mind the things of the spirit, man. You know? Because the phone, you mind things. The phone is just the flesh, man. You know? And that flesh is the flesh is almost like a force of addiction. Or how do I want to word that? The flesh is I'm sorry, addiction is the driving force of the flesh. Okay? I'm gonna repeat that. Addiction is the driving force of the flesh. Okay? Because it's just patterns. Okay? And like I said, I've done videos on how addiction works, and all it is just patterns. All right? Your mind works off of patterns. So, when something becomes second nature to you, or habitual, that's basically a result of doing that thing over and over again. And your mind forms neurons or shortcuts. Yeah, that's the word. Your brain will form shortcuts to do that particular thing. So basically your brain, unless you start to change that behavior, your brain will automatically revert to doing those things that you are habitually doing. So if you're mindful of the things of the flesh, then that's what you're going to be addicted to. If that's what your mind is set on, then that's what the flesh is going to give you. Then, but if you're mindful of the spirit, then you're going to be of the spirit. Okay? So like I said, this is just a reminder for us to be involved in the spirit. And of course, you're going to fall short, but prioritize the truth. Prioritize, there's so many things you can do. When you stop being on your phone as much, you'll realize that that there's so many other things that you can do. When you limit your TikTok time or whatever, whatever app you use, you know what I'm saying? You realize, damn, I was tripping. There's so many other things. You could go work out. You can, find another hobby. But that's the best way to combat it too, is just to find a hobby, something where you can replace that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you'll be good. You'll do better. By doing those things, man. It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Okay? So, yeah, to be on your phone all day and to be lazy, that's being carnally minded. All right? That's living according to the flesh, because your flesh always wants to just chill, relax. Your flesh always wants to do what's pleasurable. And whatever you find pleasurable, well, obviously, if you're addicted to your phone, that means that you find that pleasurable. You find that, but what it is that's so pleasurable about it is the fact that you're always looking for new. Your brain is always looking for a new excitement. Like, okay, what else can I find on the internet? What new content can I discover? That's why the scrolling thing is such a heavy stronghold on your mind, because, like I said, it's dopamine. It's literally dopamine. Your mind is always like, okay, what? Like it's like, ooh, what's that? You see the thumbnail and, that feeling you get to click on it. It's that feeling you get. All right. Yeah, I need one. You read the title of whatever it is, or you see the thumbnail, or you see a short clip of it, and you get inclined to watch it. All right. But it says to be carnally minded is death. So ultimately, this can lead to your death. Because, when you get wrapped up into that, don't the scriptures say, rise up be times, or seek the Lord in thy youth, Oh, it says work thy work be times before, let me see. Let me get that. Ecclesiasticus 51 and 30. Work your work be times, and in his time he will give you a reward. So work your work. We're in the time of work. And don't the scriptures say this is not our rest? Micah 2 and 10. So this is not our rest. Okay? That lazy spirit where you're just scrolling, that's just rest. That's not being productive. Your life is just passing you by. And we've all been there, man. We've all been there. You spend hours on it, and then next thing you know, you look up and it's, 5 in the afternoon, 5 in the evening, or whatever time it is, and you've been laying in bed all day and you've been unproductive, man. And that's not a good feeling. But there's another one that I was looking for, while the evil days come not. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So while the evil days come not, remember now that you're Creator. There's another one, and it basically, this is really what I was looking for is before the night come when no man can work. John 9 and 4. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. So we only have a short time for us to work, because the night is coming. What is the night? That judgment, Jacob's trouble. Okay. So now is the time to work, and we can't waste this time. Time is the most valuable asset. Time is the most valuable asset that you can have. If you ask any old person on their deathbed, would they trade having $1 billion or if, or would you rather be young again? They'll say they'd rather be young. They'd rather get some time back. Would you rather, get more time extended to your life? You're going to want that time because it's experiences, man. Time is worth more than money, but I was going to say time is, I can't think of the word, but it's basically there's no value you can put on it. I don't know why the word is not coming to me, but there's no value that you can put on time. All right, this is Proverbs 23 and 23. It says, buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. Okay, so it says buy the truth. What does that mean to buy a truth? What are you buying? Or what are you getting? You're getting, what are you paying for? You're paying attention. I always like to bring this out, but when you buy the truth, that's basically, you know, a simile or metaphor rather. It's basically a metaphor for saying pay attention, get the truth. It says also wisdom, instruction, and understanding. You read 2 Timothy, I believe the 4th chapter, it says all scripture is given for inspiration. I think that's 2 Timothy 2 and 3. But it says all scripture is profitable for reproof, for doctrine, for instruction in righteousness. So this is what's profitable. And also, what is that? Isaiah, what is that? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. You know? So yeah, this is what's valuable. Okay. This is what's going to save you. Not TikTok, not, because it's all types of, I mean, there's so many different worlds on YouTube and different people that, different, like I said, YouTubers. You got a gaming world, you got, the manosphere, you got cooking, travel. There's so many different things. And then the algorithm, there's a whole algorithm that's designed to, it's basically specially tailored for you, for your interests. So whatever you are clicking on, the algorithm is getting stronger. It's getting stronger and stronger, to give you what it thinks you want. Or rather, what you want. So you can tell a lot about a person by their YouTube feed. Because that's what your mind is geared towards. Somebody that's into business, what's their feed gonna look like? It's gonna look like business. Different. It's gonna look like your YouTube feed is gonna you're gonna have credit. It's gonna be centered around credit, videos about credit, videos about different things, wealth building strategies and stuff like that. Somebody that's into dance, your YouTube feed is gonna look like dance. It's gonna be filled with choreography and different things of that nature. If you're into fishing, so the list goes on. Like I said, but the algorithm is gonna give you whatever your interests are. Some apps even will tell you before you get on the app, like different things like Pinterest or whatever. Some apps will actually ask you, what are your interests? What are you interested in? And then, you go through the little questionnaire, and then, it gives you a feed. And the feed is based off of, what you're interested in. So it'll give you those things, But like I said, you can't get wrapped up into that. You got to buy the truth. Pay attention to the truth. Pay attention to the spirit. Because we're not going to have these phones forever. In Jacob's trouble, you're not going to be able to charge your phone. Or, the only place where you can get power might be, concentration camps or whatever. Or the grid might be down. We don't know how it's going to play out specifically. But, the cell phone towers might be down. You may not be able to charge your phone. I mean, we know at some point we're not going to have these phones. So then what? You've been spending your time. Imagine how foolish you'll be. And you've been spending your time watching YouTube and, just on phones. But when real life situations kick in, you know, and you start to reflect, you start to realize, damn, like I spent a lot of time on my phone instead of preparing, instead of, you know what I'm saying? And this, you know, like the reason I'm even bringing this out is because that's a weakness for me. I'm speaking to myself in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's just an American or modern, it's a modern thing, man. It's very common. Very, very common for people to be stuck and glued to their phones for long periods of time. Kids, especially. Don't get me started about kids. You know, kids are very, very wrapped into their phones, you know? And they're in that generation where, you know, these devices, that's all they know, you know? Let's get this. Isaiah 55. Let me get this last one and close up. Isaiah 55:1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Ye are come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Okay, yeah, so come buy the truth. Like I said, buy wine and milk without money, without price. That's metaphorical. Okay. Verse 2, wherefore do you spend money on that which is not bread, and your labor for that which is that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in the fatness. So this is speaking about the truth. Okay, inclining your ear to the truth. All right. You know, that bread, the everlasting bread. Okay, and you'll be full off of that. But you're not gonna be full off of you know, these apps, this different content on these apps. You're not gonna get full off of that because, you know, it's just not. It's never enough. It's a never-ending thing. You know, it's just a never-ending thing. It's a rabbit hole. And you'll never be fulfilled after you done spent all the time on your phone and, you know, different. What have you gained from that? Now, there are good things that you can get out of it. You know, there's good things you can go into. You know, you get in what you get in. Like I said, whatever your interests are is what you're going to get out of it. So yeah, you can get good things. Hey, the prophets are on YouTube. You know, the doctrine is on YouTube. You know, the Israelites teachings are on YouTube. So there are good things on YouTube. Don't get me wrong. There's good things that you can watch. But, you know, what is it you're watching? But I mean, even still, that can be unhealthy. Just being on your phone for a long period of time is unhealthy, even if you are watching good things. You know, but yeah, you know, you can watch things as far as discipline. You can watch different things that are helpful to you. So that's one thing. But, you know, like I said, everything has to be a balance. You got to get out and get some fresh air. Got to get out that bed, make up your bed, clean up your room. You know what I'm saying? Go work out, you know, cook. You know what I'm saying? Go ride a bike, you know, do different things, do things that, you know what I'm saying, are active. You know, be more active. Our bodies aren't designed to just be sitting around all day. Our bodies are designed to be active. Okay? So that's pretty much the point of this lesson. You know, Lord willing, you were edified. You know, definitely make an effort to be more active, you know, be more in tune with the spirit in these last days, in these final hours, you know, and so that we can be delivered out of here, but yeah, don't spend hours on your phone throughout the day. Sometimes you just got to put it down, put limits. One thing, I do that helps me is you can actually, on the iPhone, you can put time limits on apps. You can put a time limit on there and it'll tell you, oh, your time's up. It'll tell you, 1 hour, you spent 1 hour or whatever, 30 minutes, and you can put a timer on it. And then that app is unavailable after that for the rest of the day. So that's good. It's a good way to keep track, to limit, your usage, All right. So, with that, I end off by giving all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom.